Welcome to Women of the World Network Choreograph Success podcast. I am Elle Ballard, a woman of the world, a mother, a grandmother, a wife, and an entrepreneur. In this podcast, I discuss ways to choreograph success across 6 essential life areas: health, relationships, career, money, investments, and fun and pleasure. Because as women of the world, we don't just build businesses, we design lives that honor all of who we are. I interview female business owners who are building a business and a life sustainably, ethically, and in community. In these raw and real conversations, we explore what it's like to build a life and business authentically on your own terms while standing on a foundation of self-love and intentionality. If you are a woman of the world, ready to choreograph success in every area of your life while maintaining your uniqueness and individuality, you are in the right place. Welcome to Women of the World Network Choreograph Success podcast. Hello, my beautiful world. As I continue to share with you my journey in this choreography of strength, 6 episodes over the summer. In this episode 3, I want to talk about the mask concept, where the masks change, but the truth doesn't. What do you do when the initial excitement and enthusiasm in doing something fades? I was so excited to start doing this. And isn't that how it usually happens? We jump into something, we're excited and enthusiastic, we want to do it and all committed. And then other things come up. Life still continues, life still happens. And what happens then is excuses start showing up as masks. When I heard it's just an hour, it's just an hour. Just hear and sit with how small that sounds, because that's exactly was the problem. It sounded small, but it sounded big too. I plan things longer than an hour without blinking usually. I'll sit in a strategy session for 2 hours. My dance showcases can be one day. I'll be on a call that runs 90 minutes and barely notice. But last week, when I looked at the calendar and I saw that weightlifting session was an hour, it sounded too long. And I wanted to be honest about that with you. I wanted to share that with you because I went looking for something. How does my body, how does my body react to it? But the thought itself was there and it wanted me to believe it. And the thought that the hour was too long for me to go and do a session was a mask, was an excuse. It was not a scheduling problem. I have an hour. I have many hours. I've allocated that hour to exercise. And that sentence wasn't about the calendar. It was a mask. The mask, the excuse not to do it. That hour was actually hiding. And I want to talk to you about this concept of masks. They are not exactly lies. They're just masks. And they are sneaky a little bit than a lie, because a lie we can usually tell that's when it's a lie. But a mask wears this straight face, but it's an excuse, right? And in some part of it is true. I mean, I'm busy. That's true. An hour is a real unit of my time, but true and real maybe not the same thing here. And this is what I've noticed in myself. Our excuses and our masks change shape. First, it can be, I'm too busy. And we believe that for a while because it just feels solid. It feels true. It feels like a fact. And then the session gets moved because of a tech issue that I didn't have time to solve, and so on and so forth. That's just life. And right after that, a new mask showed up to replace the busyness, to replace the tech issue. It was the mask of, oh, it's just too long, too long. It was another excuse still. First excuse was too busy. Second was, there's a tech, it's just not working for me. There's a tech issue I need to resolve. And the third one is, it's just too long. All these excuses start showing up. So I call them different masks. Each excuse is a mask. And once I notice that the mask keeps changing, but the face underneath stays the same, I had to stop arguing with the mask and ask about the face underneath that mask, the face underneath that excuse. And it was just simple. It was plain. I still didn't want to do it. That's why. Not that I used to not want to, now I'm past it. Not true. Not that I didn't want to and then I found the bridge and now I do. Nope. Not that. And notice that I'm just being honest with you here. Even though real results started showing up in my body, and I'll share more on that in a minute here. But some days, even though I started seeing the real results, I still try to find excuses not to do it. And so here's a distinction I want to leave you with. Evidence says keep doing this because it's working. And then the identity underneath, keep doing this because of who you choose to be, whether or not it's working yet, whether or not you ever come to love it. I don't get to wait for the wanting to show up. And in most cases, I am a big proponent of feelings lead you, body leads you and all of that. But sometimes there are cases where we just have to rely that this needs to happen. And waiting for the desire to arrive before I act, I will be waiting through every excuse, every mask my mind invents between now and the end of summer. Because my mind is very, very good at making new ones. Busy, too long of a session, too tired, wrong time of day. They will always be next one, so on. And one of the big ahas, also what I've realized here, is when speaking, if you are a coach or if coaching someone or speaking with clients, when hearing it's not the right season or waiting until things calm down, or I used to just take that, what it sounds like from the inside, I just know, but I know it's a mask because there's something underneath that actually the real reason. Real reason. For me, the real reason behind this mask, I still didn't want to do it, but I know I have to. I know I have to do it because I need to build this. I need to work on my body. Because sometimes we have to push. Sometimes we have to step away and get into the feeling to do things. But sometimes we have to go forward to act, to make things happen. And I realized that we can sometimes, maybe we cannot recognize a mask when we hear one in our work until we have caught one on our own. So if I share an actual progress report with you, my actual progress report on Sunday, I actually went to a session. I did it for an hour, full hour. It was great. And I felt great after that, once I actually started doing it. My body started changing. I started feeling the muscle building. I feel the muscle building in the body. I feel the tightening through my body. And I definitely feel soreness, sore muscles a day, sometimes 2 days after. That's real. And it doesn't lie to me that mask or excuse did. And, the results are showing up to me, whether or not I've resolved how I feel about it. My body responding to consistency. That's just still uncomfortable to say, but I want to, it's the truth, and I want to be open and honest with you. So I don't get the relief. Well, no, everything is fine. I'm doing it. But that's what's happening. And both things it's happening at the same time. And closing this, I want to invite you to sit with this and really explore what is your current mask? What is your current excuse? And as I shared, maybe not your first one. Sometimes there is a first mask that comes up or excuse that stops working, and then there is another excuse that shows up. The new, more reasonable sounding cover that shows up right when the old one gets old. I don't have the money. I know the timing is not right. Maybe it used to be me, but I'm too busy. I just need to get through this season first. Just watch for that. Watch for that excuse. Because it can be, that mask maker is creative. Our mind can be very creative with bringing up all these excuses. I will keep handing you better fitting covers. But just name the current one. What are you working on that needs your absolute truth and facing the truth out loud, or maybe in your car, or maybe in your journal when you're journaling this week or today or tomorrow, wherever you process that truth. And then ask the question underneath, the one I had to ask myself, if it's not really about the hour, because my excuse was that 1 hour being too long. So if it's not really about whatever that excuse is for you, what is the mask actually covering? And in closing, for the embodiment, let's just breathe. Take one breath with me. Wherever you are right now, just take one breath with me. Let's take one breath and hold 3 full seconds before continuing. And as you exhale, you don't have to look for the dramatic signal in your body, but when you ask yourself that question, if there are any excuses that I'm giving myself, just notice what's happening in your body. That quiet resistance, where is it in your body? Where is it showing up? That quiet one. You don't have to fix anything. Don't explain it. Just noticing it's there. And that's it. Thank you for listening to this episode on the mask concept as an excuse that can show up, but behind that excuse there will be a real reason why not to. And with that, have a great day, evening, week, my beautiful world. I'll see you in the next episode.